Hello Aries, this is your astrology forecast for April. And of course for many of you, I have to say, happy birthday. I hope this is going to be a wonderful year ahead for you with many exciting new things happening, because Aries, you do need new adventures, new horizons, new boundaries to walk through. And this month, as I said in my annual predictions for 2014, April is what I call a power month, because there is so much happening in the heavens. And because you are a cardinal sign, the cardinal signs all herald a season. So in the northern hemisphere, Aries heralds the spring. In the southern hemisphere, you herald the autumn. But it is always a period of change. So your life is going to take on, particularly this month, many changes coming up, Aries. And these changes can be very exciting for you if you're not daunted by them, because there's a lot happening. So let me take you through it step by step. April the 6th, we have Venus changing signs. So the first few days, she's in your 11th house, which is good for friendships, maybe for meeting a new friend, for doing something social. It also could be very good if you're working in a team and maybe you've been having issues with Venus there. You could smooth over some ruffled feathers if there have been some. So on the 6th, we've got Venus joining Mercury and Neptune here in your 12th house. And whilst there's a lot going forwards, let's remember your ruler is also retrograde. So you're probably going to feel as though part of you wants to be out there and doing things and busy and taking action. And another part needs to somehow integrate everything that's going on, because there's so much going on and pulling you in many directions. You need time out to be able to deal with it. And this Venus energy from the 6th to the end of the month, as well with Mercury for some of the month, not only the first week of the month, and Neptune there, this should give you the opportunity to enjoy some quiet time, maybe meditating, maybe doing something on your own, quietly communing with nature, maybe looking into your past and some of the lessons that you can learn from the past. All these from this Venus transit in your 12th. On April the 8th, we've got Mercury coming into your sign until the 23rd of the month. So Mercury in your sign joining the Sun and Uranus in your first house. Aries, time to speak out. Time to say what you mean. Many of you who are Aries Sun will have Mercury in Aries anyway, so you may find yourself being a little more blunt than usual, needing to speak out, needing to say what you want, because we've got this opposition with Mars going on here. So Mercury opposite Mars, you may find that not everybody agrees with you, Aries. You may have to state your case a few times for people to really listen to what it is you're saying. Yes, I know it's a roller coaster having Uranus in your sign, but the Sun and Mercury together could bring you some wonderful new ideas, new ways for solving problems, for situations you've been facing. So this Mercury could well work in your favour. It would also be very good for any kind of writing, communications, any kind of technology that you need to overcome or learn. That Mercury in Aries should really help you. The big news this month is we've got lunar and solar eclipses happening. It's eclipse month and it's cardinal cross month. So all happening at one time. And you may well find that you feel as though, phew, there's so much happening. How am I going to handle everything? So on April the 15th, we have a full moon eclipse joining Mars here in Libra in your 7th house. So this month particularly, and remember the eclipses last for up to 6 months afterwards. They start usually 3 months before and they can last for up to 6 months afterwards. So for you, This lunar eclipse is really going to affect your relationships, Aries. You're going to be re-evaluating the energy you put into your relationships anyway with Mars there. But the moon, this lunar eclipse, is going to really force you to look at how you are in relationships, all of your relationships. These planets here are going to push you and say, hey, what am I getting out of this relationship? Am I giving too much? Am I compromising too much? And here, you're going to get a chance to really look at your relationships. Try not to be precipitous. I know, Aries, you sometimes just whoosh, you want to go. Mars retrograde may be slowing you down. The lunar eclipse in Libra is going to make you look at justice. Do you need to seek justice? Has somebody really treated you badly? Have they been abusive? Has it been difficult? Do you need to move on from a relationship? All this is coming in during this lunar eclipse. During the lunar eclipse as well, you may in fact meet somebody who really has the potential to change your life, to change everything with respect to how you see relationships. With the moon there, you may find somebody really who you can trust, somebody who you feel you can really trust. Go slowly. Mars retrograde. I know it's not easy to have Mars in retrograde when it's your ruler, but it's so important to give yourself time to reflect. So if somebody says something emotional to you and you find yourself reacting, say to them, I'll get back to you. Let me get back to you. Rather than, especially with Mercury and Aries, wanting to say something and maybe shooting your mouth off too soon and later regretting it. The big news of this month is this cardinal grand cross that we're still under anyway, but all the angles become 13 degrees of this grand cross, which I've been talking about many, many times. And for you, the grand cross is hitting your relationships. You're already reinventing yourself, many of you. And your relationships, you need to reinvent those too, to keep them fresh, to keep them alive, to feel excited, because Aries, you need to feel excited. You need to feel interested. And as well, it's affecting your career, where you want to take your career, and also your home life. Many of you thinking of moving, maybe moving, looking into this whole thing. So it's very strong for you, Aries, powerful grand cross. And you will need to find a way to balance all these areas in your life so that you feel happy, so that you feel fulfilled. Which is the area that needs most attention? Which is the one that is pulling you the most? That's the one to focus on to bring into balance. April 21st, we've got the Sun moving into your second house. On the 24th, Mercury moves there. And on the 29th, we have a new moon solar eclipse. So here we're having a lot for the second 2 weeks of the month, a huge amount happening, Aries, in your finances house, your house of finances. The Sun can certainly be a help here, can be helping you. And Mercury could be a good time for negotiating a deal, for promoting something, for writing about something, for speaking about something that could bring you extra money. Now the new moon lunar eclipse is new beginnings, new moon solar eclipse, sorry. It's a new moon solar eclipse happening at 8 degrees of Taurus on the 29th. And so this is activating the Saturn opposition here. As you can see, boy, this is a jam-packed month. I always don't know where to start, and I'm trying to break this down for you. But this is an examination of finances. What you do with other people's resources, how you treat other people's things, how they treat your things, and also your earning capacity. It's an opportunity to boost your earnings, but you're going to have to bring some newness again. It's a new moon solar eclipse. It's new beginnings, new start here with respect to finances. So for those of you maybe thinking tentatively of having your own business, maybe look into that more seriously. So, phew, big month. Enjoy these changes. These changes are not something to be frightened of. Yes, whilst they're happening, it can be, shall we say, a little scary. But if you look to the longer term and know that we are going through global changes, we're seeing climate change, we're seeing earthquakes, we're seeing economy change. It's all happening on the outside and it's happening on the inside. So don't be frightened of this Grand Cross. Use it to find some balance and some new stimulation in the areas of you, yourself, your relationships, your home, and your career. I wish you a happy birthday and a great month. Thank you for listening and subscribing and commenting. Bye for now.